Hey everybody, and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time, what did we do again? Oh yeah, we explored a little bit more of Limgrave. We went down this way a bit, and then we went up this way a bit. We saw a dragon here in the lake, which I should mark with a skull to indicate that the dragon is indeed there, and I haven't killed it yet. We got teleported over here by a chest, so that wasn't very nice. This time, I already have my beacon set on a little important thingy in the middle of the woods here that we have yet to explore. But we did end last video by picking up the Flask of Wondrous Physic, this thing that'll help us give us various effects depending on what we put into it. Right now it restores maximum, or half of maximum HP, so hopefully we'll find more tiers to put in the future. I guess we'll start with this beach over here, just to show off a beach. There's nothing particularly special about beaches, other than they have crabs, but even then, that's not special. We saw crabs back at the lake earlier. Oh, hello, I'm sorry, I killed your son. I'm very, very, very sorry. I'm curious, do you actually, like, come out like that if I don't kill your son? Because I don't remember you being there, but it's entirely possible that you are there. These tiny crabs can attack you. In fact, this one's making a defensive stance and walking over to me, and so is that one, but, like, they do no damage, so. If you're thinking, ooh, look, the ocean, let's try to take a swim. Sorry, but no. Elden Ring characters do not know how to swim. This is a drop-off right here. You'll just fall into the abyss and die. Ooh, look at that place over there. That big old fort. I wonder if that's the fort Kenneth Haight was talking about last time, who we met. But before that, I'd like to just check out the forest in general. I did set the time to nighttime because, well, nighttime never gets a chance to show itself off in this game, so I'm throwing it a bone. I guess we can enter the forest from here. Hopefully it's not too dark for you all. It is kind of dark on my screen, but that's just because I'm playing during daytime and there's a bit of glare from the sun. Just a bit, though. What is this? I see a fence. Okay, it's a fence. That's all it is. So, ooh, we got some bats and we got a stick, a ghostly candlestick. Lumiere, what happened to you? Are you okay, man? Examine. I don't recall this working for me before. Well, let's try it. Examine. Summons a dude who then begins to walk. And by walk, I mean basically crawl on two legs. I'm not going past that bear, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't remember where this guy actually takes you. They usually lead you to caves, but is that the case here? I don't know, and I'm too scared to get close to these bears to try. Oh my god, these bears need to go away. I'm not actually that interested in fighting them. Well, I guess I'm doing this. Alright then, sure, just stand on two legs and be like, hello, how are you? Hefty beast bone and beast blood. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this map here, which is, by the way, the important thing marked on the basic brown map. And then I'm gonna take this and go. Go, get it! Okay, Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 4. I got the fourth one before, like, 2 or 3. I think I may have had 2 at least. Okay. What does that unlock? Fetid pot and roped fetid pot. Got it. The roped pots are thrown behind you, whereas the normal pots are thrown in front of you. Anyway, let's check out this map while this guy's taking his sweet time. Yep, this is a pretty deep, dark forest. Why did you even go off the path if you were just gonna go back on the path? You make no sense. There's an item over there. Unfortunately, I'm busy following this guy. Where the hell is this guy going? There's so many things that are way more interesting than this guy right now. I think I might just abandon him. He seems to be going over towards those ruins. I'll take his word for it that those are indeed ruins, and instead I'll just go after this, because god, that guy goes so slow. Yeah, they eventually lead you to cool stuff, either like a treasure chest, sometimes a cave, sometimes a ruin, basement or something, but either way, that's not really, that guy wasn't important to me right now, because I know where all the stuff is over here. Hi guys, you're demi-humans, and you completely ignored me. I guess I'm killing you then. At nighttime, I believe demi-humans have a kind of a buff. These guys aren't showing it, but I believe they are supposed to. Here, let me hold out a torch. There we go. Isn't that much easier to see? They usually have, like, red glowing red eyes in the dark, and then they, I think, have bigger attacks. That's my first shield that I've ever gotten. Wow, rickety shield. Very fitting. And then I got... Ah, yes, the Rainbow Stone. Shines with colored light when placed, serving as a guide. Can also be dropped to gauge the distance of a fall. The higher the pitch of the sound, the higher the likelihood of the fall being fatal. Once used to entertain children on the fridges of the lands between. This is the first I've ever heard children mentioned in any Souls game, so that's interesting. These things, which I didn't equip to... Hold on. These things, you drop on the ground, and they glow, and they mark the path. That's about it. I don't have much use for them, but they are there if you're interested. Anyway, I was going to look at glowstone, because I forgot to last time when I picked it up. Emits light from location it is placed. However, the effect is short-lived and it lacks the diverse colors of rainbow stones. Got it. Rainbow stones, but they suck. Very, very cool. Alright, I start with the item over by these bats, and then I think I'll backtrack a bit, because there was interesting stuff we passed by earlier in this forest. Can I hold out a torch while on the... No, not unless I completely switch my hands. Awesome. Well, I will just pick this up. It's Golden Rune 1. That's all it was. Hooray. Amazing. Alright, let's dismount so I can hold these things in both hands, or not. Okay, you barely survived. You barely survived. Come here. No, come here, come here, come here. No. No. You fucking bats. The most annoying, easy enemy in the game. Like, they're easy as hell, but they're so annoying. As you can see on the map, there is a big old tree right here. And there's the giant bear scratching at that. That thing is known as a... Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's two. Oh, all right. We're not going there. Those are known as rune bears. You don't want to fight them. Trust me. Take a bear from real life and make it a Dark Souls enemy, and you have the rune bears. Yeah, they're quite insane. Minor Erdtree is what this is called. What's interesting about these things is that they have all those golden leaves, but on the map they appear... Hello? Who saw me? Alright. On the map they appear with green leaves instead. It's only the icon that's gold, which I've always found kind of strange. Minor Erdtrees are your one-stop shop for crystal tears, which you can then put into the Flask of Wondrous Physic. This one gives spiked and green spill crystal tears. These are found under key items for some reason. Temporarily raises one's maximum stamina. Very cool. Increases the power of charged attacks for a certain duration. Alright, also kinda neat if you're interested in that kind of gameplay. This Erdtree also has lots and lots of these things around them. I am missing a flask, so I would actually like to attack you if I can please. Thanks. Okay. We got some tarnished golden sunflowers as well. Yeah, it's just a bunch of flask guys. None of the magic spell or none of the upgrade material guys. As well as some roa fruit, a mushroom, and anything else. The crystal tears are the main attraction, but is there anything else that I might be forgetting about? Squirrels, or squirrel rabbits. I don't know what those things are supposed to be. Jackalopes? A jackalope is like a bunny, but with extremely long ears, right? While in the Mistwood, judging by its name, the world is covered in mist and you can't exactly see that far, so that's why our vision is so limited. I have no idea what's up these rocks here, but it's fun to climb on, so I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. Erdly flower. Okay, no, I will stop, because I have an agenda today and I would like to get to it. Gold-tinged excrement. Very nice. What is this for again? Highly stable substance. It doesn't dry out, nor does it lose its customary warmth or scent. For better or for worse, it remains as it is. I'd love to drop this immediately, but it might actually be a good material for something. Let's take a look at what we can create. What are the fetid pots? Ah, deadly that makes sense. So these are basically the dung pies of the game. Those who carry these pots will slowly accumulate poison in their own bodies. Push someone in privy, expect to get dung on your hands. So yeah, those are dung pies of this game. That's why. That's why their name sounds so gross. So what about this thing right here? It's a little structure, a little, Colosseum-looking structure. Do these skulls just constantly respawn? Because I swear, I find them everywhere. They might just spawn around you all the time, which is pretty neat. It is the Siofra River Well. I believe that is how you pronounce that name. Many people have pronounced it Siofra, which does sound pretty neat, but I've heard it's supposed to be pronounced Siofra. I don't know what all these things at the side are, but either way, there's an elevator, so I guess we'll take it down, see where it goes. Could just be a mini dungeon. You never know. Elevator's really cool, though. Like, listen to that hum and the magical effects as it takes us down. Look at the patterns on it. Are we there yet? Are we... We getting there anytime soon? Welcome to Siofra River, a whole entire underground open world zone. This game is amazing. All right, there's not a whole lot I want to do here right away. This is a bit higher level than we are. This is a higher level area than we are currently at the moment. But I needed to come down and show this. Look at this place. It's a freaking nighttime sky looking thing up there, even though those aren't stars. Those are just something. I don't know what they are. We have a melted mushroom. This place has almost entirely unique, like, materials to find, including dew-kissed herba. And, whatever you have, Golden Rune 3. That's not unique, but you know what I mean. It's moments like these that really sells Elden Ring as, like, the next-gen open-world games. I really, really, really enjoy Breath of the Wild as an open-world game, but something I think that game was missing out on was underground stuff like this. It had shrines, but those weren't really that good enough, in my opinion. Those were, like, constructed, human-made underground places. And they were also there to house, like, a really simple mini-dungeon that basically did nothing for you in the way of challenge most of the time. I was looking more for something natural, something like a cave, or perhaps something like this. And Elden Ring delivers in a way that Breath of the Wild simply either didn't or couldn't. I hear that Tears of the Kingdom does, though. Tears of the Kingdom has some caves, and I'm excited for that, so. 5 silver fireflies. I also didn't acknowledge that item last time, but hey, it's fireflies and they're silver. What can I say? I don't know why I'm going this slow when you can indeed bring out Torrent here. I think I'm gonna, like, show the first group of enemies, and then I'm gonna head back out, because this is not where I planned to, spend the entirety of today. I just needed to come down here and show it. Yeah, we got these guys, and if I go to hit them... This is a weapon they are weak to. They are made of stone, and thus they are weak to strike damage, which is what this club deals, and they are still taking forever to die, and look at how many of them there are. If they hit, they are going to hit me really, really, really hard. Yep, they sure will. They sure will. So I'm gonna grab this and make a break for it. Smithing stone level 4? Yeah, we're definitely not supposed to be here yet. Let's get out of here. We will come back later, and I am going to have so much fun with this place. But for now, we gotta get stronger first. Hello, it's like a little patch of light. Where's that light coming from? I don't know. Maybe they have their own little virtual moon down here. Virtual moon? I don't know. Something like that. If we were to check the map, we can see it's darkened down because this is a special underground map that has its own set of maps to collect, and we will be getting them in the future. You can now click the right stick to switch between them. This world is a whole lot bigger than you would think. Like, you look at just Limgrave here, which you can't see very well. You look at just the sides of Limgrave here, and you think, you know, how big could it be? You see the ocean bordering it, and you see this place, but you're like, how big could it really be? You have no idea. Unless you've played before, that is. Welcome back to the surface. Yeah, that's the last thing you would expect from a place called Siofra River Well. I'd just expect a little pit with water at the bottom. and that water apparently comes from the Siofra River. I would never, ever expect to see that. Unfortunately, that was something that was spoiled for me before my first playthrough of this game, and if I may be completely honest, I did basically spoil the entire game for myself before I played it through properly for the first time, but that's neither here nor there. Let's keep continuing. Where am I going now? Ah, yes, I want to go here to these ruins. We're gonna check them out. They're over this way. There's not a whole lot else to see in Mistwood. I think there are a couple more, like, platforms with graveyards and a few more items to find, but I think for now I'm just going to go after the big obvious stuff. If there's ever anything really, really interesting in this place, I can always come back for it later. Mistwood loves itself some bears, as you can see. I'm gonna pull out a torch and hopefully crouch around the bear. Hopefully it's not, like, scripted to wake up or something dumb like that. I don't believe I'm gonna try to kill the bear. I personally find them really, really obnoxious to fight, and I'm not gonna give it that much of an effort. Smithing Stone level 2. That was our first one. Have we found any other levels? No. We went straight from level 1 to level 4 before we even knew there would be a level 2 or 3. Who's howling? I believe if you go far enough away and look up there, you can see somebody up there. Somebody dressed in fur. Interesting. Maybe we can find some way to chat with them later. For now, what's this? Golden Rune 2. And then for now, what's in the cellar that this bear is guarding? Shh, don't wake him up. You need to get in, unannounced, unnoticed. Get in right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. There we go. That's how you get past him without having to worry about him. And now we can open this up while he's causing earthquakes on the surface. Get in this chest. It is not a transport trap, it is an axe talisman. A new talisman for us to mess around with. Enhances charge attacks. Pretty neat. Charge attacks goes for more than just this. There are certain other attacks in this game that you can charge up, and this talisman does affect those as well. The lord who led the Long March bore an axe, and his loyal warriors honored him by wielding axes of their own, making them very effective at dealing decisive blows. Cool. I also forgot to show this roar medallion, which we got from the boss that I killed as it killed me. Enhances roars and breath attacks. Does that include barbaric roar? If so, I might want to try putting it on to see if it does. In ancient times, the giants were mortal enemies of the Erdtree. Their bellowing roars desolated nature, triggered avalanches, and whipped up storms of flame. And if there's anything trees don't like, it's fire. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm getting out of here. Bye, 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 bye. No, my god, okay. On horse, go. Go! Torrent move, please. At least I was invincible during that. Okay. Alright, where am I going? I don't know. Somewhere, anywhere but there. Nope, 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 nope. Hey, I got out of there without really taking any damage. That's pretty cool. And he decided to give up. There's some, yes, you guys are buffed up with the nighttime red eyes, which I believe just means they deal more damage, might have more health, I'm not sure. But that's really it. That's all that they're affected by. Fun fact, seeing them in this state was the first time that I ever encountered demi-humans in my very first playthrough of Elden Ring. And I was actually kind of scared of them, and I was actually, like, running away from them thinking that they were tough enemies. Yeah, right. They're not at all. Oh, God. Now that they're all dead, we can pick up their glass shards and ruin fragments. Great loot, guys. Got another rainbow stone out of them. Then let's check out what this thing is. Some messages will have this big glow to them, and this indicates that they are for sure an offline message. And also that they are super important and you should come over to read them. I mean, this is an open world game. It's very easy to miss them. Open for business. Who? Alright, I know who. It was showing a merchant sitting down on the message when we read it, and over here you can see smoke.
Ah, welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way.
I hope you're selling normal things. I'll take those butterflies if you don't mind.
Welcome, valued customer. Come. Trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry. I've been hungry so long. please?
He might sound a little creepy, but the truth is that he just doesn't have a lot of money and wants to eat. So that's fine. I'm hungry, so because of that, I'm selling you my food. Alright, whatever, sir. What I'm most interested in here is this, which will allow me to craft beast lure pots and nothing else. There's an entire cookbook for just beast lure pots, nothing else. He also has Festering Bloody Finger. Attempts of an invasion of another player's world, unless we're offline and then we can't do it. If successful, you can go kill someone if you feel like it. That's another component of online. Invading. There is PvP in this game. However, don't worry, being invaded isn't as common as previous games, and I'll explain why later on. In addition, he also has this hand axe. I think this is one of a kind, and it might be like a starting item of a class. So I'll buy that. I'll also buy one of these, or perhaps even two of these. Yeah, why not? I've got nothing else to spend my souls on, except for, you know, leveling up. Take the runes. You'll need them. And then I believe. And this, I believe, is the only merchant in the game that has actually tried advertising. So I guess this guy is the one who invented advertisements. We all have this guy to blame for those unskippable YouTube ads. All right, over here, there's another ghost. I believe these ghosts were probably added in late in development, which is why they don't ordinarily have voice acting. The demi-humans wax wroth, now their mother's been taken. Where are you, Lord Kenneth? The night, bedeviled by blood. I'll tell you where Lord Kenneth is, standing on some random ruin, calling out for help instead of doing it himself. And just like that, it's daytime. Has it really? I mean, it has been almost half an hour, so I guess so, yeah. We got a site of grace right here, don't miss it. It's really nice to know for the oncoming battle ahead. And that over there takes you down towards the southern tip of Limgrave. Oh man, I love having maps of this place. Look at it. Look at the map. We can see where stuff is. It's really nice. We can also see where a bunch of NPCs are. But in the meantime, let's ride Torrent, jump over this rock with his amazing jumping capabilities, and go up this path. We can see a ballista firing down from there, so we're gonna have to watch out for that, as that ballista might not be on our side. Exactly, that's a demi-human. But it's not all demi-humans, it's a squad of soldiers. Soldiers of Godric. I believe what Kenneth said last time is that some knight of Limgrave has taken over his fort for some reason. I guess they need to recapture land to strengthen their business as an army or whatever. Buddy, you're being shot at by that ballista, which they are. They are being shot by that ballista. Why are you coming after me exactly? There's a mad pumpkin head just chilling there. And next to him, and next to the other soldiers, is this thing, this lovely tree, which contains a golden seed. That can be used to upgrade our flasks, which I shall do in a bit. For now, I got enemies to kill. I'd like to actually get into the fort without having to deal with the Mad Pumpkinhead, because the Mad Pumpkinhead's kind of rough, and I don't really want to fight him. There we go. There's that eye poise damage for you. I keep breaking their stances like crazy. All right, gonna sneak on over, and then I guess get a charge attack on you, because I feel like it. And then I'm going to leave before that spear guy sees me. Let's enter the fort. This is one of the game's minor dungeons. Actually, you know what? I don't even think forts deserve to be called mini dungeons. They are just like, they're very, very tiny. They're really just a little room and a catwalk that takes you upstairs, and that's about it. I guess sometimes they're a bit bigger than the average, but like this is definitely one of the usual forts in the game, and it's quite small. It's Fort Haight, anyway. It's been overrun with diseased rats, these enemies, which I believe are just known as commoners. Oh, you know what? I should be careful here, especially because I'm at 1 hit. Oh god, no. Oh god. Please, get me out this door. Let's see if this roar medallion helps me any. Oh, that's so bad. I am so glad you didn't try to attack me, sir. I still have my Flask of Wondrous Physic, which will heal me. I haven't put any of the other tiers in the flask, though. I probably should. Wow, you tracked me a lot with that attack. And boom, 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 boom. Stop with your stupid shield! I don't know why spear guys love shields so much. Actually, yes, I do. It's because when they have the shield up, they don't actually have to bother trying, because they can just use their spear to hit around it. Alright. I'm scared to approach him because those are barrels next to him. Those are explosive barrels next to him, which will be triggered by the fire pots they're throwing. So, I'm going to kill that commoner I didn't even see, and then kill you, and then, okay. I think you can actually destroy the barrels without them exploding. But I'll try that in a bit. Shut up. Shut up, guys. What does this unlock? Oh, that's a lot. This is an actual cookbook. It has more than 1 or 2 recipes. Bloodbone arrows, bolts, blood grease, and blood grease. The drawstring versions last shorter than the regular greases. Commoner's headband I got. Altered. Cool. How did you alter it, might I ask? Hey, nice amount of damage there until the second hit. And then boom. And I have a really low amount of health for you. You are the knight. You're the knight obsessed with blood. Oh god, and you have a foot soldier. Yep, as you can see, he just used Bloody Slash. Normally, that weapon skill is supposed to drain the health of whoever uses it. But this guy is immune to that for some reason. I'm pretty sure anyway. Maybe his health goes down by a tiny bit. Okay, foot soldiers out of the way. Let's have an actual proper battle now. And I'm going to barbaric roar. Ow! Shoot. Okay, I stunned him out of that. And that's a guard counter. That's what that noise indicates. That's the type of attack you can do if you use a shield. Oh. And that's a second slash. Boom, boom. We're close, we're close. I still have my flask after this. There we go. Ash of War Bloody Slash is your reward, as well as the fact that Kenneth's Fort is now officially cleared with the death of that knight. I don't think you have to kill anything else, not even the Pumpkinhead, which is why I'm not going to kill the Pumpkinhead. There's a bit more to see here, though, so why don't we climb up to the top? Is there anything on the way up? No, those are just ledges. I guess you can drop back down on those if you'd rather not climb the ladder back down. But, I mean, the ladder's safer, so you might as well. This chest, which has a tree on its top there. Dectus medallion. Left. Somebody left this here. Left half of a split medallion depicting the Erd tree. I don't know, all I see is just some figure. Brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Altus Plateau to Liurnia. Yeah, you know, those places that exist. The right half is said to reside in Fort Faroth in the Dragon Barrow, far to the east. Right, all I learned today was just the names of a bunch of locations that I have never seen before. Speaking of locations, check out this view. I really like those, like, golden trees down there. They're not as golden as the Erd trees or the minor Erd trees, but they still look really, really cool with the yellow leaves. Looks almost like autumn, but it also feels a lot more like springtime to me, personally. Not that I know what true springtime is like, because I live in a state where springtime is basically just like the snow is gone and then the next day it's 90 degrees. Or actually, no, not even that. It's 90 degrees and there's snow on the ground still, and the grass has barely had time to grow itself out. That's what spring is where I live. If I remember correctly, there was some extra area that leads to a ballista somewhere. Yes, here. It was literally on the way up to the main guy you have to kill. The soldier manning this ballista came over and fought us. You can destroy ballistas after enough hits. They do have invisible health bars and will eventually just... Yeah, there we go. And that ensures that no one else can ever use them. Let's see. Oh, hey, wait a minute. All right, I want to look before I leap. And, okay, there we go. We're safe. Anything of note this way? Bunch of early flowers, it seems. I'll pick those up. Except for one of them. Screw that one. It doesn't deserve to live in my inventory. Just some roa fruit, as well as this blood rose. I'm not sure what blood rose crafts. But it's there. So if you want to get it, go ahead. You can basically just go around the entire back of the fort here. Pretty interesting. Are those penguins? What are those? Those look like... Those remind me of African penguins. I know they're not, but... I mean, what else are they? That one's a little bit concerned about my existence, especially since I'm raising a club over my shoulder. And this one is levitating off the ground. And he's sitting on the ground. Okay, maybe they're ducks, more accurately. All right, let's go back and talk to Kenneth Haight. What's this way? Don't mind the stomping behind me. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not in danger or anything. It's just a giant troll. Right. This. I don't really remember this off the top of my head as well as I... Now I do! Now I do! Oh, shit! Oh, God! Oh, God! Now I remember it! Oh, God! I do remember there being a little pocket with a bear, but oh, God. All these wolves that summon in go to fight the bear. I'm gonna use that chance to grab this item, and then I'm gonna leave because you get absolutely nothing for killing all of them, so it's not worth wasting your time. Just grab the smithing stone and F off. Maybe I can kill the wolves that are still coming after me. You know, like this one. The one wolf that's coming after me still. I like to nickname the rune bears Freddy Fazbear, because they're about on par in terms of danger level. Oh, God. Oh, he remembers me. It occurs to me after looking at the map that right by Kenneth Haight's little ruin is a site of grace that I didn't light. I guess I just forgot it was here, so I'm gonna go over there and light it right now. No time like the present. There's 3 nobles just walking up the hill there. I hope they get to wherever they're going safely. When people like me are around, it's a little bit dangerous for a wandering noble. Hi! Sorry. Hey, sir, you were not startled in the slightest. Why am I saying sorry?
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Erd steel dagger. Thanks. Erd steel dagger with a grass crest engraved upon its blade, carried by the Erd tree royalty for self-defense in times of peace. You know, the lands were peaceful, so this is what passed for a weapon back then. Though forged to a high standard, this weapon is difficult to wield. Attack power also scales with faith. This could be, like, one of the best daggers in the game, but it's a dagger, and daggers never deal any damage, and, like, don't stagger anything, and I'm usually not that interested. It doesn't even do bleed, like, come on.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me?
Not really.
Well, under the Erd tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Haight, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
Yeah, good luck getting peace with the demi-humans.
Yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd tree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
So what does pledging her service here do exactly? As far as I'm aware, absolutely nothing. Might as well.
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold the ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd tree blessed.
Alright, I'll return to your fort in a little bit. I got other stuff I want to do, though. At least 2 turned out to be quite friendly in the end, after I had to go and, you know, defeat the knight at the top of his fort. But, you know, he's not a complete nut job. I kind of like the ideas he's bringing, because, you know, maybe it is possible to establish communication with the demi-humans, in his own words. Not sure exactly what that means, but I guess just make peace with them, make friends, and all that. I'd actually like to come in here and kill you guys, because I'm evil, and I hate dragonflies. Dragonflies are my least favorite insect. I'm just kidding. Dragonflies are actually really interesting. I visited a museum in Denver, Colorado that had a special exhibit about bugs up, and there was something that said, like, apparently we seem to think that dragonflies experience time in slow motion. Now, I'm not sure how true that is, because obviously we aren't dragonflies, but it's very interesting, and the thought of, like, how precise they are as they go after their prey, you know? Unlike these guys. These guys are not very precise. They were hiding as bushes, I believe. I guess that's the spell that someone, some Claude, used on Bach. Forced him to become a tree. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Fortunately, Bach didn't really know how to do anything about it. There's you all dead. There's a ruined fragment in my pockets. And now, where to go? Well, first of all, I should probably go find a Grace in order to, maybe go back to the Mistwood outskirts Grace in order to actually put this golden seed in my flask. But then I've been thinking about maybe possibly going up here somewhere. So I guess that's next on the list. Oh, hello. I'm gonna get you real quick. I'm sorry, I see a glowy skull. I destroy the skull and take it. I don't care about whose skull that was. There's a golden rune inside. Flasks. Let's add a charge to flasks. That will add it to Crimson Tears by default. You can put it in the other flask if you want, but no, I want 4 charges. Having 3 charges this entire time, honestly, started to feel pretty bad. There's another rune bear in there. I see that. There are more places to go in Mistwood, but I think I might check them out in a later video, and there's not much there aside from some, like, a couple of pickups and some graveyards. Speaking of graveyards, we got that picture last time from the artist's shack up north. And what was depicted in the picture looked very similar to something we had passed by around this region of Limgrave, just south of the Aguil Lake over there. Over somewhere. It's here somewhere. Yeah, just over this hill here. There's the ruins where we got the Twin Blade from. So let's go try to find where exactly that pile of graves was. Ignoring the bats while we're at it. The bats don't really do anything for us, but the bats are trying to kill us, but too bad for them. I'm on a horse and they're not. Aha! See? This is the exact view shown in the painting, and there's this guy. Bye! So when you find a painting, come to the location where the painting was painted, and you will find the painter sitting in a chair, and he'll disappear and leave behind an item. In this case, Incantation Scarab. Golden Scarab worn directly on the head. Slightly reduces FP costs of incantations, but increases damage taken. Great. Thanks. As the Scarab approaches death, it abandons its rolled treasure and stretches its wings wide for the long journey to its home nest. It looks terrible, and I'm not using incantations, and I don't want to take more damage. So, completely useless. Thanks, buddy.
Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything?
I'm actually not sure. I mean, aside from throwing daggers in this shit, sure. Why not? But more importantly, about the howling in Mistwood. Do you know anything about that?
The howl of a wolf. In the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
Finger snap. That's all I had to do, was snap my fingers.
Goodbye.
Nice to do business about giving away information for free, I guess, but I have bought lots of things from him, so it's fine. These demi-humans are so focused on their ambush spot right down there, they don't notice me riding right behind them on a horse. Okay, back to Mistwood Ruins with this new information. We see where he is. We can get a much clearer view of him now that it's no longer nighttime. So I guess let's just stand down here, and instead of strength, we can finger snap. Oh my god. almost crushed me there, sir. Wow, you're tall. That is incredible.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrow. He fled somewhere nearby. or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
Okay. I'll be sure to keep an eye out.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Good to know. It's a lot of names to keep track of, but it's okay. Yeah, sure enough, he was friendly after all, and he is Blythe the half-wolf. So he's a half-wolf. He isn't just, like, pretending to be a wolf, he actually is part wolf. Is that another freaking rune bear? Oh my, that's another one! What is wrong with you From Software? Okay, it's this I was thinking of, up here. This little ridge that I didn't discover for a while. I'm glad I'm discovering it now, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna come back. What does it even have? It's aside from poison flowers, aside from the obvious. Boom. Golden rune. Wow. Okay, God, didn't realize poison hurts so much. Oh, there's a big one. Great, I'm not interested. Ah, apparently there's no items, it's just those guys. Interesting. Then what now is the question? Oh, I have an idea for what now. Check this out. This here is a spirit spring. What do you do with the spirit spring? Why? You summon your spirit, and then you spring! All the way up here. Where's here? Okay, it's just right outside their waypoint ruins. Got it. Very cool, though. Spirit springs are not one way, though. You can also drop down on top of them and safely not take any fall damage, as opposed to dangerously not taking fall damage, you know. These are so much fun to do because you just leap so insanely high. The height you go depends on the spring, but all of them are basically used to take you up a giant cliff face that only Link would be able to climb up, and you aren't playing as Link, so you use the Spirit Spring instead. You can only jump Spirit Springs on Torrent. A mere human, or I guess a mere tarnished, cannot harness the power of a Spirit Spring. Alright, so that's basically here, that's basically down here, except it's not because... Sorry, hold on, this guy's interrupting my thinking. Alright, where was I? That's basically it for here, except for this beach we haven't been to, which I guess we could go to next. There's also down here, there's also up here. I think I'll start down here with this beach. Let's go back to the first step. Hey, buddy. It's been a little while. How you been?
It's time you set off, I should think. To castles, if you...
Okay, you don't say anything new. He will say something new eventually, but right now he's feeling a bit uncreative. We have to let him work. We have to let him come up with new dialogue to say. Here's the rune fragments on these ruins that I was trying to find in the first episode and couldn't find before. Alright, we got this way that goes down. Robert, it goes down. It don't. Robert, it goes down. To another ledge. I didn't actually remember that. What I did remember is over here there are some berries, as well as a troll. Not fighting him, sorry. Just don't think he's really worth the effort. Let's just go sneak behind this ruin. He'll never suspect a thing. And down on the beach we go. I believe Limgrave is the only region in the Lands Between that has beaches in it, so we might as well enjoy them while we can. Hi, Korok from Breath of the Wild over here? What the hell is this? It actually is pretty similar one, though. It is one of those scarabs simply running straight forward, and it's invisible, but it leaves behind a little trail for you to follow. So what I want to do is stand right here, wait for it to pass through, and hit it just before the light reaches us. Nah, it didn't work. There we go. You want to attack a little bit sooner than you think. This one drops Ash of War Stamp. Sweep. Okay, am I stamping or am I sweeping? Which one? Which one is it? It's probably both, if I had to guess. Over here, there is more of these, like, duck penguin looking guys, as well as what appears to be a merchant at first, but it's actually a Caden Knight, so I'm gonna get started on killing him before he gets started on killing us. And then I'm gonna dismount, because fighting these guys on Torrent is a little wonky. Fighting anything on Torrent can be a little wonky. You start using Torrent, you start messing around with the combat, and you're like, oh my god, horseback combat in Dark Souls! And there are some enemies where horseback combat is good, but unfortunately, there's plenty of enemies where it's actually disadvantageous to ride Torrent. So you usually just end up using Torrent as a method of transportation, a faster movement, and not really a combat tool. They have their moments for sure, and I may as well address the abomination in the room. That is a land octopus, as opposed to the ocean octopus. Very on-the-nose name for an enemy there, but yeah, those things are freaks of nature, and as such, I will do not dare approach them. They have weak spots on their beaks. Good luck hitting it when they have like 50 other tentacles whapping at you. Though I think you can damage and like cut off their tentacles. Hi guys, demi-humans. Remember, speaking of demi-humans, remember Buck, who we freed in the first episode, and how we mentioned a cave on the shore? And we're currently on a shore. Maybe there's a cave about. Maybe, just maybe. That's an interesting looking route. It looks like one of the land octopi we just passed earlier, but it isn't. And also check out that island. Unfortunately, there's no way to get to it from here. That's a drop off into the abyss. But hey, at least there's a merchant, so that makes up for it. This merchant, you want to come seek this guy out.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
I guess I do look kind of threatening with this sword, but it's okay. All I'm here for is this cookbook, which allows you to craft neutralizing boluses. Neutralizing boluses here cure poison, alleviate poison buildup, and cure it if you have it. Poison accumulates gradually, coming into effect once the threshold is reached. Poison ailment lowers HP in steady increments for a period. He also sells staunching boluses, which is for blood loss, causing great damage once the threshold is reached. Take one of these in timely fashion to avoid such an event. As well as stimulating boluses for sleep. Sleep never, ever comes up in this game. On the enemy's side, anyways. Accumulates gradually, causing sudden fogginess and loss of FP, even if it does not force the afflicted into true slumber. I guess I might as well buy one of these right here. He's also selling a club in case you want the club, and he has notes that I might want to check out eventually when I have money. It's kind of weird how Kale is the only merchant who you can actually have like full-on conversations with. Every other merchant is just there for selling you items, and that's it, or buying items from you alternatively. Right here is indeed a cave. The Coastal Cave, as it is called. It'll show its name eventually. There we go. I think we found the right cave.
It hurts. Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
They're demi-humans. I kinda doubt that's gonna happen. But hey, you never know. They might have stronger versions. Summoning pool's now functional. Let's go on in. I believe this one is just full of demi-humans. It's a hallway with demi-humans. Yep, that's about it. Nice amount of damage there, and then a less nice, but still pretty nice amount of damage since it was the finishing blow. Alright, you next. I do more damage to you, interestingly. I guess the smaller ones have more defense? I don't know. From what I hear, the defense calculations in these games is freaking weird. At least in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 it was, and I assume they just copy-pasted that code because it works really well in those games, so why not? You're a little bit of a bigger one, but you're not. Yeah, there's like 5 different formulas that are used depending on how much defense you have compared to the attack that comes in, compared to the attack power of the attack that comes in. It's weird. Just the higher your defense is, the less damage you take. That's all that it is. We have a gold summon sign here. Old Knight Istvan. This is usually an online mechanic, but these games do offer you the ability to summon NPCs if you're playing offline, and this is one of those such cases. In Elden Ring, summoning an NPC costs absolutely nothing, though it does make the health of the boss you're about to fight a little bit higher by a certain percentage. I'm gonna go without it personally, unless I turn out to be really, really weak and I actually do need it, but for now, yeah, okay, there's the fog wall. Basically confirms we got a boss in here somewhere. But yes, in the previous game, you usually had to like spend a resource in order to summon. But in Elden Ring, no, you can summon as much as you want. The only downside is the increased health of the boss. Uh-oh. Can I stab you and get started on you? These are demi-human chiefs. They are quite a bit tougher than the regular demi-humans. Only by a little bit. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Storm stop! That did nothing. Okay, got it. Whoa, you're in front of me? Why are you in front of me? How did you get there? Heal. Right now. I should really put something into my Flask of Wonders Physic. I often really forget the Flask of Wonders Physic exists. Which is, you know, a problem. When there's something really useful in a game and I just forget to use it. They're both after me. This is not gonna go well. I guess Bach was right after all. The demi-humans did beat me to a pulp. Drink that. I think I'd rather drink the flasks than the Wondrous Physic because the Wondrous Physic's only gonna do half my health of damage. They scream at me, I scream at them. That went well. If that seemed like it was way too hard, well, that's fights against two enemies in Dark Souls for you. Any fight set up in that way is just one of the hardest things in the world. And usually Elden Ring has some kind of like protection to prevent it from being too hard. Didn't seem to be happening there though. It's okay though, I have a different idea. There is a different way you can approach this room to prevent both of them from attacking you at once. Okay, this one's active, but I don't believe the other one is, right? Right? The other one's not active, right? Yes, okay, you're aggressive. Come on over. I think I might start using this. Never mind. Okay, don't lock on when there's multiple enemies. Okay, this does two-shot all of them. Alright, if big guy's just gonna stand back and do nothing, that's fine with me. Okay, that's you all dead. Oh, God, okay. Yeah, so, if you do not reveal yourself to the other one, they stay over there, and you can have this guy all to yourself. So, boom. Okay. I'm bad at these guys. I'm really bad at these guys. I gotta be honest. Hey, I actually stunned him with that. Okay. Oh. Cool. Great. Really fast attacks there. Really hard to avoid. Ah, God. That was a delayed attack. Let me jump attack. Why are you here? No, I thought I was doing well. No, this is not right. This is not morally correct. Man, maybe I need a summon for this after all. I can always, like, summon in the wolves. Because, I mean, they're also, you know, regular small demi-humans on top of everything. I'm struggling. Fuck off. Thank you. Which one of you is low? I wish I hit anything there. Alright. This is fun. I finally remembered to plop this into my Wondrous Physics, so now I'll have a bit more maximum stamina should I choose to drink it. Whoa, someone's aggressive today. Someone's a little angry today, aren't they? Oh my God, stop! Oh, for crying out loud. Out of here. Alright, start with you. And the other one's coming now, because of course. God damn it. This is not going well. I thought this would go way better than it did. I thought I would be doing way better than I have been. What the fuck? Why do you guys have so many attacks? You think that's enough? No, Elden Ring does not think that's enough. You'll see. This game loves itself some long attack combos. And these guys are just the start of that. Whoa, okay. Whoa. I guess now not the worst time to try this. It's just gonna heal me and raise stamina, but hey, more room to dodge, maybe there's some room to attack. I hate everything. I hate this fight so much. Oh my God. I did not expect this to go this badly. In like the first attempt of the fight, where they don't automatically see you and lock onto you straight away. You can get one of them, fight him all until he's like all the way dead, and then the second one will only activate when you go around the corner. But apparently that's not working anymore for some reason. Attempt 4 didn't really go well either. Assuming that was attempt 4. You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Fuck you! I have the power of God and anime on my side! Which is in the form of these wolves. So the wolves will distract the little guys and I can go for the big guy all I want. That's what I hope will happen anyway. We'll see if that's actually what ends up happening. There we go. You're creating a lot more openings for me right away. Though it's still entirely possible to die. Watch your own health bar. Do not become way too cocky just because you brought in some ghosts. Well, alright, nice. A lot of damage has been clocked in this guy already. Hey, look at that! I got a critical hit, a stance break. Alright, kill you, finish you off. That's one down, and the other one's right here for the taken. Let's do it. No, don't do that. Switch back to the flasks. But that does go to show if you would like to desummon your spirits, you can do so by just using the item again. I really wish you guys didn't have that many attacks in your combos. Boom. And boom. See how much better this fight is going just from that? Just from summoning those wolves? This is Elden Ring for you. If a fight seems to be going, like, very, very badly because you're the only one, you can always try bringing in some spirit ashes. Almost every single boss in this game has a rebirth monument inside, so you can summon them if you want. Alright, you're almost dead, you're almost dead. Boom! First boss that I felt like summoning on, and honestly, I don't regret it. It was really annoying. Kind of unfun, kind of not my thing. Our reward is their fear and cowardice. Alright, that was a little bit mean, but hey, they were so cocky 10 seconds ago. Where'd all the cockiness go? Oh, these guys are still cocky. Well, let me go and show them something. Let me go and show them a little something. That they're not actually that much at all. Sorry if you really couldn't see throughout that fight. It was kind of dark. Come on. Get out of here so I can open the map. Thanks. Forgot to read about these, the tailoring tools. Bach the demi-human's prized possession. That's a whetstone knife. Enables armor alterations at sites of grace. Well, if these are your prized possessions... Dude, they're dead. I beat them to a pulp after they beat me to a pulp like 4 times. Shh, we don't talk about that. Let's give the sewing needle.
Wait. Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me. My sewing needle. What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
Well, you could, but I would heavily discourage that.
Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a
So, with the acquisition of the tailoring tools, we have unlocked altering garments here at this site of grace. We've also unlocked a vanishing buck. What does altering garments do? If only we had any so I could actually demonstrate. I'll tell you what they do. If a garment has a really long cape, altering it allows you to remove it. That's it. Basically. I think there's only like one exception that I noticed with that, and that's the astrologer set. You can change the look of completely. That's the only one that I've actually noticed any difference in. Otherwise, it's just take the cape off of the thing. But there is more to see in this cave yet. As you can see, this is a very long boss arena. It's unique in that way. There's also some water dripping from the ceiling. If we check the map, we can see we are currently under the river and heading in the direction of this island, which we had seemingly no way of getting to before. All those demi-humans are dead, wow. Even after I rested. Get the cave moss. Go on up. Go on up. Keep going on up. Hi. And then go on... Excuse me, give me that. String. Shut the hell up! I killed your fathers, your parents, or whatever those were. And after all that, we emerge out onto the island. So yeah, caves aren't just mini dungeons that end with a boss. Sometimes they connect to other parts of the world. An aspect of them I think is really cool, because it adds that extra layer of mysteriousness of not knowing for sure what something is, where something's going to take you. Is it just going to be a dead end eventually? Or is it going to take you somewhere cool? Is it going to take you to that giant underground temple area that we visited before, Siofra River? The Lands Between is a land filled with unknowns, which makes it such a rewarding and exciting place to explore. It is one of, if not the best open worlds ever in gaming. Obviously, like, some of you might prefer other games, and I don't know if I would call this my favorite open world game, but I mean, the open world is by far the best part of this game, so I guess I can say that. On this island is the Church of Dragon Communion, where we have this. Let's examine the altar. We can do a ritual of Dragon Communion. Let's mess around with this weird holy stuff knowing nothing about what it's supposed to do. So what you're supposed to do is spend dragon hearts to get an incantation that's basically like a dragon power. Breathing fire, clawing, or mawing, eating. It takes a ton of faith in Arcane to use these, so I cannot, unfortunately, and I probably won't ever be able to, but I'll be sure to come back and take a look at it eventually when we find dragon hearts. In any case, though, that's this place done and over with. I think no, we haven't. We have not explored this entire beach. There's still a little bit left. Past the merchant, there was a little bit more to see. Though, not too much. I don't think there's any enemies or treasure or anything. It's just a waterfall, actually, which is pretty cool. And a spirit spring on the water right here. Anyway, okay. It also shows us another section of beach, which we saw before. South of Aguila Lake, there was that other bit of beat. Hi, guys. Oh, okay, skeletons. Alright, this is our first time fighting them. They're basically just, pretty standard attackers. Their gimmick comes after they die, where they don't really die. Basically, as you can see, that skeleton is reviving itself. If I were to hit it after it has fallen over, then it's dead for good. It fizzles away and is dead for good. So make sure you hit them one more time after they're dead, because they're not really dead yet. Boom. Boom. I believe the way this works is like they get left with 1 HP, and then you gotta drain that 1 HP, and then you're... Hi, didn't see you there. This is a pile of trash that is able to find knives within the trash and stab them at you. Like that. It's a pretty funny attack animation. It's got an absolute crap ton of physical defense, though it is weaker to fire and magic. I unfortunately have no ways of doing either of those things. So instead, whee! Oh shit, you actually go this way. And then whee! It's 2 spirit springs for the price of 1. Even though they don't cost anything. Still. That takes us back up to this place, the first step. And I believe you are able to just go right down to this southern area from the first step, right? Yeah, there's just this little ledge to drop off of, which is safe to fall. So, yeah, and now we're down here. Speaking of which, let's go down to this pocket of beach. Whenever you see a drop this high, there's usually a spirit spring somewhere. Somewhere. Might be on the far side of the thing. I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Give me that. Thank you. Golden Rune 1. Oh, I see. So I drop there first, and then maybe make my way down from there. Maybe there is no spirit spring. Never mind, there it is. I think that's just a little platform with wolves, if you like. Hello, you are a little land octopus. That dies much easier than your bigger versions. I think there's also one hiding in this bush. Yes, there is. It's pretty funny. I like it a lot. Right, I guess let's drop down on the spirit spring. Whee! Yeah, it's just a platform of wolves up there. I don't think there's anything of note, but I could always check on my way back out, since I believe there will be a way back out. You are annoying. I'm not a big fan of these enemies. So let's get to fighting them so I can kill them and never think of them again. I don't know what they're called, but they have really, really stupid swings, and they know gravity magic. such as this. That, if that hits you, it'll try to drag you closer to him, where he'll then start an attack on you. And I believe he also has like an AoE version. He has an AoE gravity spell as well. AoE, by the way, stands for area of effect, in case you've heard people say it a million times, but don't actually know what it means. Yeah, there we go. And no. Okay, good. It's just that bit of damage. I have health left. Okay, we're fine. I didn't mean to drink too. It's okay. He's half dead. We'll be fine. Managed to stagger him there. I think I might want to try Club on him instead. It's stood out of the range. I typically like to back up from these guys just in case they start that, and then go in for big jump attacks. Didn't know where I was supposed to get a critical hit there. He drops Ash of War Gravitas. That's the thing he was doing. It's, fine. I mean, if you want to drag enemies towards you, good luck with that. I think only small poise enemies are dragged towards you using this thing at all, and big poise enemies are just completely ignore it. Originating from the Alabaster Lord, so I guess that's him, who had Skin of Stone. Thrust the armament into the ground to create a gravity well. In addition to damage, his attack pulls enemies in. In addition to dealing damage, you know, 10 damage. I'm pretty sure that's what it deals. Maybe it's good on, like, some weapons, just not most weapons. Now, what is there to see down here besides him? I promise there is something cool, but I'm at the moment forgetting what it is. There's a giant enemy crab, so that's a pretty big deal if I do say so myself. Aha, here we go. Another cave! Yay, more caves, right? If you leap into a no torrent zone, you can get a little bit of extra distance before we are forced to dismount torrent. Just a little fun trick you can do. Interestingly, this cave has no music. And that's because it's the Cave of Knowledge where we woke up. We've finally found our way to this item resting on the ledge behind us. The Haligdrake Talisman. Boosts holy damage negation. Holy damage! The ancient dragons would protect their lords over all of living rock. It's the same description as this. I don't know if I read it though, so there it is. It's cool. Holy damage. I don't know what exactly deals holy damage, if I may be completely honest. I guess anything that glows yellow is holy, but still. Anyway, if you can tell holy damage apart from regular damage, here's a talisman to protect you from it. Now, I would like to teleport up here to the gate front, because I'm thinking I'm going to ascend the path up to whatever this place is, this big old plateau. Just before that is a very belated level up. 15 vigor, 1 more stat. Dexterity, I want to use that twin blade. The sooner I get to using that twin blade, the sooner I will be finally happy. Alright, now, admittedly, as much as I would like to take this path, I'm sure you can see who's I'm about to fight. So instead of that, why don't I show a little something you can do to avoid all of those enemies in there if you're so inclined. That might look like a required combat arena in order to get up near Stormveil Castle, which is, you know, a big dungeon you're being directed to. But it is not. This is Elden Ring. There's almost always more than one option. So instead, let's go this way. This will take us up nearer to the top of the plateau there. Oh, there's more guys, though. However, in addition to a Zeus field, is what I like to call these have a bunch of a material called Fulgur Bloom. Not sure what you can do with them. The only tip I can give is avoid the glowy spots, and also avoid the Caden Knight that's coming out of nowhere. Yeah, you see the spots where it's starting to glow yellow? That's what you want to avoid. Over here is a Spirit Spring, or Spirit Spring, if my voice went too high that you couldn't really hear what I said there properly. I think there's a bunch of wolves after this, but I don't really care. Take it, and you are taken all the way up to this place without having to go through that place. This is Stormhill, which isn't that stormy just yet, but it is a hill, so I'll give it that. If we spend enough time here, we should eventually see one day. Yeah, okay, there we go. Took a while for you to start the storm game, but yes, Stormhill is constantly storming. It's also constantly full of these guys, apparently, so if these guys don't mind, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Oh, hello, a shack. Does someone live here in this shack? Yes, actually. You never really expect that. After all the empty shacks you start to find throughout the game, you never expect someone to actually live in one. But in this case, yes. War Master's Shack.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
Yeah, pretty firm, if I've gotten this far.
Yes, you're a tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper tarnished, like you.
Good and proper tarnished? I've never heard a better compliment from anyone in this game so far. He sells a bunch of Ashes of War, including Stamp Upward Cut Edition, Kick Endure, War Cry, which I'm... Rally the Spirit and increase attack power, while attack active, strong attacks change to charging attacks. Interesting. So, the funny thing about Warcry here is that I believe this was a skill in Dark Souls 3, and it was also on the clubs, but now that skill is called Barbaric Roar, and Warcry is an alternate version. Interesting. Spinning Slash, Impaling Thrust, Quick Step, Stormblade, Parry, no skill. In case you don't want your weapon to have a skill. There are times when you might not want your weapon to have a skill, but it can only be applied to shields and torches. So in case you want your shield to just do nothing, I believe what that means is, hold on.
That I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat.
Ah, is that your wife right there?
Even to falling in battle, to death itself.
Alright, well that was an interesting talk, where he just basically said...
In your boat, eh? Well, there's no rush. Knowledge of the arts can wait another day.
I forgot that some of them say, like, you didn't buy anything, how dare you? Anyway, yeah, it's only on shields and torches because if you hold a shield in your left hand and you are one-handing your weapon, pressing left trigger will use the shield skill instead of your weapon's skill. You need to two-hand a weapon ordinarily in order to use your weapon skill with left trigger. Unless your shield or your torch doesn't have a skill, in which case it'll use the skill of your right-hand weapon. So that's the whole point of no skill. Hi! Alright, cool. Little ball of proximity mine or something. Let's take up all the golden runes from these graves, and then I'm gonna find something we can do to close out this video. There we go. I'm not completely sure what that'll be. Oh, hang on. Pick up the rune fragment you dropped. Excuse me, go pick up the rune fragment that you dropped. Golden rune 2. And, what the hell are you? Just a circular inchworm? That's what I'm gonna call you. You can attack it if you want, but I don't think they actually attack back, so might as well leave them alone. Go elsewhere. Where am I on this place? Okay, I'm approaching the path that leads up from the gate front. As you can see here, this is the guy that was prepared to ambush you, and these are some wolves that are watching over him. And that is the entire, path that stems from the gate right there, where you have to fight all those soldiers, as well as that giant troll, ordinarily. But if you find that spirit spring, no need for that. Just go around. Ooh, is there a golden seed here? There sure is. Golden seed 1. Alright, let's keep going up this main path. Okay, I'll bite, just like you guys will. It's how they attack, so... There's not an alpha wolf among you. It's just a bunch of normal wolves that descended from the heavens. Alright then. Maybe that howl was not just a regular wolf. That howl that signaled their approach was not just a regular wolf, but was actually God. Or something. I don't know. Lost Grace discovered indeed. Here is a shack with you inside. Stormhill Shack.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it.
Okay, I didn't think you've been through that much. She's not exactly doing that gesture, so I'm not sure how I learned that from her.
You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormveil Castle? Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider?
No!
Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or legs. Or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
So you want to be What?
I know. Can you take this little one along with you?
Spirit jellyfish ashes.
The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little un.
I wonder how you knew that the spirits look fondly upon
It
me.
was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormveil Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know?
Well, you seem like you have been through a lot of crap. And, don't worry, if I find that grafted spider or whatever, I'm gonna kill the hell out of him. We're getting close to my ideal time limit, so I guess I could say the time soft cap, because I don't necessarily end at 90 minutes, but I like to stop around there. So instead, why don't I end the video by coming up this way a little bit, and first of all, beating up these guys, because they just absolutely suck. They couldn't be doing any worse at this battle if they tried. I say as I start to aim the wrong direction. Nice. Okay. Alright. That you had a little advantage there, you did not take advantage of it very well whatsoever. Hop back on Torrent. Now, I'm wondering if I should go up to the gates of Stormveil Castle, because there is a little something that we can see if we do so. But for now, I think I'll head back this way, underneath this bridge, this huge, large bridge that we saw from the very start. It leads to another bridge. The bridges are intertwined. I didn't have anything witty to say there. Why did I even say anything at all? Hi. You good there? Do you need some, ibuprofen sitting like that all day?
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers.
Yeah.
Bless you. Head to the foundation of gold tarnished. Traverse Rhea Lucaria, glintstone eventide, and reunite the half-crescents at the grand lift. Oh, but the bridge is collapsed and cannot be crossed. Only, why should that matter? Stormveil Castle still stands tall.
So looks like we can't keep going this way. Or can we? There's an item at the end. I'll go grab it. But we can get to wherever this place is she was talking about through Stormveil. Interesting. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 7. I'm getting these way out of order. Soft cotton. Okay, what does that do? Staunching boluses and rainbow stone arrows. Rainbow stone arrows? I forgot that was even a thing. Temporarily reduces fall damage and sound of footsteps. I had no idea that these were tools. I thought they were crafting materials. It also reduces the sound of one's footsteps. That is actually kind of neat. I didn't know that existed. It's like that one, like Assassin's Approach spell, but in an item form. So these guys are known as Finger Reader Crones, and they basically sit there and tell you very creepily a bunch of information that you are very likely to already know. That one at least told us something new, but the rest of them, yeah, I don't know. Well, we have to get pretty lucky to get some actually useful information out from them, so I might refrain from talking to them from this point onwards. To end this video, I think I'll come to this little field, also behind the divine bridge here, and approach this Colosseum-looking thing. Am I the only one that thought this was the Colosseum that they had added into the game post-launch? I was forced off of Torrent just then. And the reason for that is... I'm being invaded by recusant Henricus. But I'm playing offline, right? Well, this is an NPC. You can be invaded by NPCs even if you're playing offline. And you don't have to be, like, playing with co-op like you do if you want to be invaded by an online player. You can be invaded solo, and you'll be invaded in particular spots around the map. By approaching this Colosseum, this guy shows up and gives you a bad time. Wow. Maybe... Oh, wow. What are you doing there? Something cool. I don't know. Get me out of that. I'm going to barbaric roar you. Alright, fine. I guess we're doing this the hard way. Henricus. That's quite a name. Alright. Boom, boom. Boom. Ow. Excuse me. Shut your nose. That you don't have because it's behind a helmet. Or actually, you probably do have a nose. The helmet doesn't remove noses. I'm just not exactly sure how to say anything funny today. I'm very sorry if my jokes came across like a freaking... like a fish being dropped on the ground or something. Recusant vanquished! Hammer talisman you get for killing him. So, very good to come back in here and get this. Depicting a hammer and a knight. Enhances stamina reducing attacks against a blocking opponent. A very specific thing to enhance, but I appreciate it. Small red effigy and duelist's furled finger. While the festering bloody fingers are used to invade someone against their will, these are used to create a summon sign that's red and that allows the other player to choose willingly to summon you in so you can have a duel. I believe the same also goes for these small red effigies, except it's for summoning pools. You have thingy, and I believe that is it for this Colosseum, which is why I wanted to end here. It's just a little battle and then we're done. There's nothing else to see, no other items. I guess then I could actually try to find the way out of here by, like, going through the Divine Bridge. We'll make our way back to a Site of Grace, and then we'll end. Hi, guys. You are a bunch of fire slugs. He gave me a lot of flasks back for beating him, which I'm happy for, because it means that I can be at full health while fighting enemies. Obviously. Did you know that being given more abilities to heal means that I can heal and have health when fighting enemies? Crazy new fact that I learned today. It's just more wolves that want to attack us. Hi, guys. Alright, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's do it. Alright, there you go. And there you go. Can anyone else, like, confirm or deny that these wolves are kind of worse to fight than they are in Ashes of Ariandel and Dark Souls 3? Because the wolves there are really fun. These ones are fine, but they're not that, like, crazy. No. Why are there 3 of them in a row? That makes no sense. Let me just rest here. Oh, I have a golden seed. You do that. Yes, 5 flasks. Very nice. Okay, as it is about to reach nighttime, I guess, next time on Elden Ring, I'm thinking I might want to head up to the front door of Stormveil. Only to be probably chased off. You'll see. Thank you all for watching if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.